Welcome back to the program. You're watching Morning Thailand with Tulip and Golf. Now at this point, we have to talk, of course, a little bit more about mobile cabinet because once again, like I said before, the government seems to try to do this every so often to get to the provinces, to talk to the people and perhaps get some more information and, you know, being very close to the citizens really. Now, mobile cabinet for this week is in Burirum province and Mahasarakam. So in the northeastern part of Thailand, if you see a picture, the prime ministers have taken, well, the reporters have taken a lot of the pictures of the prime minister being very happy, visiting here and there. And of course, one of the places that, and one of the issues that she has talked about, is the fact that there has been a talk about creating a households managing account. So she's kind of trying to encourage all the women to keep accounts of the household expenses, and this is a way of trying to make sure that they would manage their incomes and debt a little bit easier, as well as talking once again about organic agriculture to try to promote this. Now she said that the Prime Minister has mentioned one particular person as an example, Kun Sanit Tip Nang Rong, one of the farmers who have used this particular household expenses management and ended up being in a better off situation. So the Prime Minister tried to make a case that she wanted all the agriculture sectors to look into this particular movement, but you know, this process, and maybe try to mimic it so that way they will create a better livelihood for a lot of people in terms of trying to manage the income. Because obviously at this point, the government wants the people to not be in debt and plus encourage people to invest more into something that would create more produce, like the agriculture, the organics agriculture, And obviously there's a lot of talk about Thai silk as well, try to promote that. So it seems like the government or the Prime Minister in particular has been keeping in touch with a lot of people. However, the Democrat on the other hand has came out, Dr. Warongdet Vikrom, the Pisanulok MP of the Democrat province, has come out and talked a little bit about in terms of the G2G rice distribution or rice trading between countries, and saying that due to the fact that there's a lot of problems, they want to see in terms of the bidding, in terms of the price of the rice that will be sold in the government to government level. And of course, Kun Nattawut Saikia, the deputy of the Commerce Ministry, has come out and say that, you know, as a representative of Commerce Ministry, he has to say that obviously the Democrat has to stop this chaos, these shenanigans, because the price of the rice in terms of the government to government level is not something that they could disclose, because due to the fact that even some of the countries that are buying these rice asking for the numbers to not be disclosed, to make it, you know, rather not too open. And he said that the thing is, at this point, the Commerce Ministry will disclose the numbers or information that will be less likely to impact or affect the whole rice pledging scheme. So he said that at this point, the Democrats should actually look into something else and try not to tarnish this on a day-to-day basis. So there has been a lot of talk back and forth in terms of the rice pledging scheme, which is still ongoing, and obviously a lot of people are actually quite worried about this particular case due to the fact that it's involved, first of all, a lot of money. Now, just to tell you very quickly here, there has also been a poll that conducted on the 8th to the 13th of this month, and saying this is from the ABAC poll, obviously, and they say there's a talk about the whole corruption. And at this point, the people has come out and talk about how they are not so confident about how Prime Minister said that she would try to stop corruption in this government. Only 26.5% actually bought it, and 65.8% say that, well, they don't think that that's going to help at all. And 34.2% say that they believe that it would. So, at this point, there's not very mixed feelings there. Now, they say that there are some people who even talk about whether or not the NGOs or other types of departments would be able to help corruption. All in all, ABAC poll has found that most people don't believe that there would be any solution or any types of help at all in terms of trying to solve corruption, which I don't blame them, because I probably would be one of them that say that, no, I don't agree that, there's going to be any changes, because obviously it's too big. I dare to dream,
right?
But, it's not going to become real. Not at this point, especially when we're talking about a lot of money.
Okay.
So we have another, Kun Tulip was like, all right.
Well,
we have another interesting news.
Yes,
indeed.
Very. As you remember, about 6 years back, at the very famous private school in Bangkok, there are about 200 students dressed up as Hitler in the sports day to represent their color in their sports days, and that become big news around the world. And we are accused of being insensitive and not educate our children enough about the world history and how bad it is to just dress up as 200 Hitlers, people.
Right.
Anyway, so 2 years ago, again, at a school in the northern part of Thailand in Chiang Mai, there is also students dress up costume as the Nazi Hitler also. And that was, the photo was taken, and of course this year, this age of technology, it was sent around the world. And again, we show our insensitivity, and we thought that people would learn from it.
No, not really. And I think this one is even worse, because this is like the best, like #1 university.
Yes, last week, this is the season of graduation ceremony of many universities. So this happened at Chulalongkorn University. This university that was called one of the most prestigious university in Thailand, and usually should be only creme de la creme of the students of Thailand that
and
able
this is
to
like
get
fourth
in.
year, like you get a bachelor degree,
Yeah.
obviously.
And what you see that is Hitler
among other superheroes. That's the worst part.
Superheroes on the graduation mural that said congratulations at Chulalongkorn University, and it get out in the news because this one blogger in Thailand called Coconut Bangkok got tipped off by an American students. So he went there and he took pictures and he wrote about it in his blog, and of course this age of technology, it was viral. Finally, the Time of Israel, international, I would call international publication, published about this. This went crazy. And also the human rights organization in LA that normally they will have to stand on the Jewish people, come out and condemn Chulalongkorn University about this, about how this becoming insensitive of Thai students. The university came out and said they did talk to the students that had this app. The students said they did it innocently. They didn't realize how bad it is. They just want to show it as an artwork.
Well, the thing is that's not even a good artwork.
They want to show it as an artwork, and they said there is two kind of superhero, the good one and the bad ones. I don't think you can call the bad one superhero.
That, so that doesn't. Whatever.
Yeah. Anyway,
that's excuse.
We will leave it at that, because next week we will talk more about this particular issues, this insensitivity of Thai kids, especially about Hitler. So don't go anywhere.